Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. It makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up, you guys? How y'all doing? Look, happy Sunday. Hope everyone is having a happy Sunday. We are on our way to a new week, the week of Thanksgiving. Some of y'all are off this week. Some of y'all aren't. Some of y'all might have some family coming in town. All of the things that happen during this time of year. So welcome. Y'all, I done deleted, and I'm mad at myself. Excuse me. I have deleted that Thanksgiving overlay that I liked. I was using it yesterday. How did I delete it? And how do I find it again? I'm mad at myself. I don't know how I did that. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I meant to delete the Halloween ones, and I think I deleted the Thanksgiving one by accident because the Halloween one is there. Anyway, but let's get into it, you guys. So, I guess. All right. So let me say hi to the people. Y'all, this is a tribe meeting. Let me see who's in attendance. Let me see who was in attendance at the tribe meeting. Let's start at the beginning. Hey, Katrina, Nikki B, Corray, B-Lo, Complex, The Informed. Turned out it was all a scheme, right? Hey, Benji Boo. Hey, Benji. Hey, Nay. Any food prep yet? I know you ain't prepping nothing. What you prepping? What's up, Kenneth? Hey, boo. Yes, sit down with love. Yes. Hey, DB. Just save me from this awful Christmas movie I've been playing. Well, you know, I've been watching my Christmas movies. I'm backed up, though. What's up, Auntie Eva? Hey, Ravine. What up, Don? Come on in and hit that like button. Yes. And yes, Kenneth said, sit down. Hey, Miss French Kiss. Hey, Chuck. What's up? Alexis. Hey, Cajun. Shirley. Oh, shut up. Hey, Shirley. What's going on? CC. Tiffany Blue. C. Jones. Hey, Xavier. Shakira. Nisa. Crystal. What's going on? Hey, Bap. Hey, boo. Half Pin. Hey, my love. Kenya. Hey, boo. Montrez. All right. I think, is that everybody? Hey, Just Sweet. Please. I feel bad. Please, let me know if I'm gonna talk about it later. All right, let's get into it. You have questions and thoughts? Well, put them in the chat, Ravine. Put them in the chat. I would drop the link, but you don't hit no link, so you wouldn't come up here anyway. So put it in the chat. Why do you only? I know you don't only see 27 likes and there's 87 people in here. I know that's not true. Chuck is telling me a fib. So listen, y'all, let's get into it. Of course, we're gonna talk about Kandi and Todd, but let's get into some few things. And then I'm gonna try to wait till we get to like about 150 people in here, and I'll give you guys the final breakdown and update on the Thanksgiving baskets. I think. Let me say that. I think. But I want to try to make sure there's as many people in here as possible so that the people who participated can hear what I need to say for all those that participated. As a matter of fact, I'm prepping a can of Relax on Thursday and graze and heat up what I already made. I bet. Like I said, you ain't cooking nothing. Moving right along. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Let's see what y'all, other than Kandi and Todd, let's see what else y'all been getting into these last couple of days. It ain't much, y'all. I'll be honest, it ain't much. So y'all service providers are losing y'all's mind. And again, when I say y'all, I'm talking to the people who doing it. Y'all service providers are losing y'all's mind, okay? And what I mean by that is there was a situation in Birmingham with braiders. This woman went to go get her hair braided. They gave her a price of $200. Well, once they got done braiding her hair, they said, you owe us another $50. And the lady was like, absolutely not. I gave you your $200. That's what you told me. That's what I gave you. I'm not giving you anything more. Baby, they proceeded to lock the door to stop her from leaving, and then was going to cut the braids out of her hair. So she called the police, and then she went live so that people could see what was happening. And the police actually got there just as they were starting to cut her hair. Thank God, right? And it was 3 of them. It was the shop owner and it was 2 other braiders. So those women have now been arrested and they are being charged with kidnapping. And they should be charged with assault, but definitely kidnapping. And remember, we learned this during the OJ situation when OJ got those other charges on him and actually went to jail because he wouldn't let somebody leave the hotel room. That is considered kidnapping. You stopping someone from leaving is considered kidnapping. And so that is where the kidnapping comes in. There was also a case where I believe she was 19 years old. And there was a case where there was a 19-year-old who here it is. 19-year-old is being charged with second-degree assault for dragging a teenage client. Again, the girl was 15 years old. There was some dispute over the hair. I don't know. And in this case, I think the 15-year-old was maybe trying to get over. But again, you cannot assault someone. And there's actual footage of her dragging the 15-year-old by her hair to prevent her from leaving as well. And here's what's stupid. And see, this culture of putting everything online is what's going to get a lot of y'all in trouble. It's the same thing that happened to those kids in Chicago when they uploaded that video of them assaulting that woman, that mother. The girl who dragged the 15-year-old, she was the one that uploaded the footage because she didn't think she was wrong for what she did. So she was the one that voluntarily uploaded the footage because she didn't think she was wrong. So she has also been assaulted with second-degree assault, and she's actually facing up to 10 years in prison for the charge. What she was charged with has a maximum of 10 years in prison in her state. Oh, I apologize. The hairdresser was convicted. Rewind. And this was in Prince George's County. This is right here. This is where I am. The hairdresser was convicted. Excuse me. Let me adjust myself. Prince George's County State's Attorney Tara Jackson announced that the 19-year-old Jaule Cunningham has been convicted of second-degree assault. In March of 2025, Cunningham got into a dispute with a 15-year-old client over payment where she physically assaulted the teenager at her salon. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, and she was the one that Jaule uploaded the assault herself. So, ma'am, you uploaded your own crime because you didn't think you were wrong. Now, I could understand locking the door and stopping somebody from going out if they didn't pay you. I saw this thing on TikTok where this girl, and she was a teenager. She was a teenager as well. She looked like she was like maybe 16 years old. It was her and her friend. They went to this salon and they got everything done, baby. They got lashes, they got pedicures, they got their nails done, and they got the design on every nail. You know, the whole eyebrows. They did the whole kit and caboodle. And when it was time to leave, the one friend got away, but she got caught. And them people locked the door and called the police. Now, technically, were they still kidnapping? Yes. Because they locked the door and wouldn't let that girl leave. But when they called but they called the police. And the police came. And when they explained what happened, baby, they had to... Baby, and it was funny because you know how on TikTok they break it up into parts. So, you know, in the first couple of parts, the girl was cussing and fussing and let me the fuck out. You leave me the fuck. You can't keep me in here. Baby, when the police showed up and that lady explained why they were holding her, because I think she owed them something like $400. Because they were charging her for what she got done and her friend who left. Because the friend got away. Actually, I think it was more than $400, but it was a lot. It was like, because I was thinking, how the hell did she get a bill that high? But then when I watched the whole video, she got everything done. Cruz, I just got done listening to your video right before I went live. Hey, sugar. Baby, she was on the phone, humble as hell, trying, because basically what the police told her, because the salon owner was like, look, I just want my money. Like, I just want my money. Baby, she was on the phone asking for people to cash app her. She on the phone talking about, can you cash app me? Can you baby, you trying to get them to cash app you. It was like $400 or $500. Who doing that? Janae, I'm sorry, I didn't see your whole story, boo, but I see people. Hold on, let me scroll up and see what Janae said. Technically, my ex-husband did that to me and wouldn't let me leave until I took the ring. Unknown to his neighbor called the police because we were loud. Oh, well, I'm definitely glad you got out of there, Janae. I'm glad you got out of there, my love. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. These stories, these people. All right. Citizens arrest, honey. But yeah, that's what so yeah, and y'all are going, and again, you know I ain't talking to y'all. But these people, this generation, they're gonna get enough of putting everything online thinking it's cute. Again, there's no fear, like I said before about what happened in Chicago. There's no fear of consequence. There's no fear of repercussion. You said that same group of kids did that to an autistic kid over the summer, according to Ashley Miller. Well, Ashley lives there in Chicago, so she's probably getting a lot more information than what we're getting. I believe it, because I told y'all before. Okay, read Kenneth's statement. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up. I told y'all before that those kids, that wasn't their first time. Just like that mother made that girl apologize, talking about something, she's just being a follower. No, she not. She run with them kids all the time, and she do that shit all the time. And I don't care about I don't care nothing about it. All right, hold on. Let me see what Kenneth said. Y'all said to scroll up and see what Kenneth said. Hold on. Let me see what Kenneth said. What does Kenneth say? Really be, I forgot to tell you, I'll be in the area week after Thanksgiving. Let's do dinner. Yes, let's. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll give you my number. So, because, you know, but yeah. Okay, boo. Now I checked for the camera before I commit anything. You know what? The story about the autistic young man is sad. The kids recorded it and sent it to the mother to threaten her. What? See these, baby. Baby. These kids. That's all I got to say about that. These churns. All right, let me see what else is in here, y'all. Let's see what else is in here. A few more stories, and then we'll talk about Kandi and Todd. I ain't gonna be here long. I know I say that all the time, and y'all probably don't believe me, but I mean it this time. I ain't gonna be here long. I ain't got a lot to talk about. Ain't too much done went down. I ain't got a lot to talk about. Oh, that's okay. I got that. Hold on. All right, let me see here. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning. Y'all know that's some bullshit, right? Moving right along. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. We're gonna talk about Tasha K and Jaule in a minute. Let's see what else I got over here. Tyson's Food is closed. And our fuck around and find out moment of the week. And our fuck around and find out moment of the week. Tyson's Food is closing out its Nebraska plant completely as it faces a $600 million loss, getting rid of its 3,200 employees and the small Nebraska town of 1,100. Let's rewind this tape. So Nebraska, this town was voted 100% MAGA. Okay, so this is a MAGA situation. The Tyson's Food plant is closing, and I'm sure it is directly connected to these tariffs and this bullshit that the orange man is putting in place. But I want us to look at this. Cruiser, you my numbers person. Cruiser told us the other day that when it comes to numbers, she got the numbers. So Cruiser, you still in the bushes? You my numbers person, okay? They said that 1,150 people live in that town. 1,150 people live in that town. 3,200 of those people are being laid off. What's my percentage, give or take? It don't have to be exact, but what's my percentage? If 3,200 of the 11,500, and let's just make it an easy 1,100, because let's say 500 of them people are the elderly or the kids that can't work. Let's take 500 out. Just make it an even number. 1,100 people in the town, 3,200 jobs gone overnight. What's the percentage of that town that don't have no? And I know we could say, well, some of them don't live in the town. We ain't getting into all the weeds. We gonna keep it on the surface, okay? What my percentage, my numbers, people? 30%. That's what I thought. I just want to make sure I was right before I said it out loud. I just wanted to say it before I said it out loud. 30% of the town. %30 of that town has now lost their job. I said 11. It's 11,000. Did I say 1,100? I mean 11,000. Okay, Cruiser said 27 or 28%. All right, we're gonna round it up to 30. And this is a town that voted 100% for Donald Trump. They have it right here in Nebraska. Yeah. That's my fuck around and find out moment of the day, honey. Portia Williams will not face any charges in the Delta flight incident. FBI rules no crime has been committed, which tells me that lady lied about Portia throwing her phone. Because if they had footage, or if the flight attendant had said that Portia took that lady's phone out her hand and threw it, then that I don't feel like they would have said no crime was committed, because that's a crime. You take my phone out my hand and you throw it across. I don't know what the crime is. I don't know the penal code, but that's a crime. And you doing it while y'all flying in y'all federal air and you causing a commotion. So that tells me that lady lied. That tells me that lady lied. Okay? Moving right along. Toni Braxton has finally admitted that she and Birdman are married. She said she ain't want people in her business. That's why she didn't tell y'all. She said the two of them been friends for over 30 years. She said she knew him before she even had her kids. And they were friends for a long time, and the friendship just blossomed. And that, yes, they have been married for over a year. And she didn't tell y'all because she didn't want y'all in her business. That's what she said. Listen, good for you. I wish you nothing but the best, honey. If you like it, I love it. If you like it, Toni Braxton, I love it. That's all I got to say about that. Behind the scenes, Toni Braxton might be thug. We don't know. Behind the scenes, Toni Braxton might be, you know, look, we don't know. What? Tracy? Hold on. Tracy just sent me something. Hold on. Let me see what Tracy just sent me, honey. Campbell Soup. What? Campbell Soup exec court on secret recording slamming the product. People who buy it. Hold on. What they done said about the Campbell Soup. An exec with Campbell Soup Company was caught on a secret recording slamming the company's product and belittling the people who buy it. Former employee Robert, oh damn it, they want me to, it's behind a paywall. They won't let me read the rest of the article. Damn, it's behind a paywall. The article you sent me is behind a paywall. But it sounds like they basically saying if you buy Campbell Soup, you stupid and poor. I'm gonna just add to it. I'm gonna just put that on. I'm gonna put 20 on 10. That you stupid and poor. That's all I want. That's how I feel about it. You stupid and poor. I mean, we know that the soups are full of all those additive and preservatives and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we know that. Right. Remember we thought it was Bobby all along and then come to find out Whitney was the real thug? Yeah, I mean, listen, we know that Tony be putting on airs. Hell, in the last episode, she was eating a biscuit with a knife and a fork, cutting up a biscuit with a knife and a fork, talking about she didn't want to get her nails dirty. Y'all know good damn well, if them cameras wasn't there, she'd have been slapping down. That's the one thing I said I wanted to start making myself is soup. I love clam chowder. I'm not big on, unless I'm sick, and I'm sure that's just something that was put in my head from childhood. Unless I'm sick, I really don't want like chicken noodle soup. It's that kind of stuff. But I love chowders, like corn chowder, clam chowder, and I love bisque. I love a good bisque. Matter of fact, I started to get me some bisque last night. The restaurant we went to last night was I don't know if y'all saw on Shade in the City. I haven't posted it on my page. We ran into Candace's husband last night, Chris Bassett. The restaurant we went to eat last night, he's the manager there. And so when he walked by, Treese was like, that looked like Chris Bassett. And I would look, I said, yeah, I forgot. He does work for this chain, but he used to work at a different location. And I said, oh my goodness, that is him. So we asked our waiter, we were like, we recognized Chris Bassett. We were like, does he take pictures and stuff, or does he not do that at work? And he was like, sure he will. Let me go get him. So he came over and he talked to us for a few minutes, and then he took a picture. He was real cool. He was like, I'll take a picture. He was like, if y'all give us a good Yelp review. We were like, sure, we'll give y'all a Yelp review. My sister actually used to be a chef at that restaurant. So that was actually the last restaurant she worked at before she left the field, before she decided to do something different. And she was the chef there during COVID. And she left during COVID, and she hasn't gone back. But yeah, he was cool. I like broccoli and cheese too. So look, y'all, do me a favor, send me some recipes. I'm gonna try to, because y'all know I'm not a big cook. Y'all know that ain't my thing. But send me a good recipe. I mean, I know I can find one online. But if y'all have like one that y'all use, a good recipe, I'm put it in my crock pot. I'm going to make me some soup. I'm going to wait till after Thanksgiving. I'm not doing nothing this week. Y'all know I'm not going to do nothing this week. But maybe the beginning of December, I'm going to make me some, y'all send me a recipe for some clam chowder. Or is bisque hard to make? Because I always see that bisque is at like expensive restaurants. Is it hard to make a bisque? I saw somebody on TikTok doing lasagna soup. Don, send me something. Send me a recipe. I like Italian wedding soup. I like the does Italian wedding soup have beans in it? It's a soup at that sausage soup at Olive Garden. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Marry me soup. Now y'all giving me all kinds of soups. Okay, it's not hard to make. Send me a good bisque recipe. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna record it so y'all can see me making it, child. It's not hard to make. So why you only see bisque at like bougie restaurants? you don't see bisque at, the Applebee's. You need to boil shellfish to make a stock for bisque. Now, see, now you're doing too much. I got to make a stock. Well, I guess I got to make a stock. Anyway, send me some recipes. I want to try it. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've eaten canned soup. A friend of mine, she makes soup and she sells it during the winter. And I usually stock up. She makes this spicy sausage soup. She already know. When she about to make some soup, she just send me a text message and be like, I'm about to make some soup. How many? She's like, how many? She just asked me, how many do you want? Because she makes them in single bowls, serving bowls. She'll make like a whole tub or she'll put them in single serving bowls. And I'll be like, look, give me 8. And I just put them in the refrigerator. I'll put 4 in the refrigerator and I'll freeze the other 4. And that even if I eat 1 a week, that's 2 months worth. You know what I'm saying? And I used to take it to work for lunch. That was like a good lunch for me. That would be a good members only. Y'all can watch me cook. I'm gonna do y'all know I'm gonna make my cabbage Thursday morning. So I may go live, members only live, while I'm cooking my cabbage. I have to see how I feel. No, you know what? I'm not a big fan of gnocchi. It looks good, but it's so bland. It has no taste to it for me. At least to me, it doesn't. Wonton soup. I like egg drop soup. I'll go to the Chinese restaurant and get some egg drop soup. I love egg drop soup. What's up, cuz? Save you some time. Oh, save you some. Yeah, if I make some soup, I definitely will. If it come out good, I'll bring you some. And a lot of people that buy that Campbell's, they get the base, like because now I will do that. I'll buy some cream of mushroom or cream of chicken when I'm cooking, when I bake my chicken or for different stuff like that. Now I will do that, but just to buy and just warm up some soup, it's been years since I done bought me some Campbell's. Hey, Miss Parker, thank you for being a member for 31 months. Thank you, boo. I love egg drop soup. That's actually one of my favorites. I could just go get a whole thing of egg drop soup. I'm good. I love egg drop soup. I love soup too, but like I said, and you know what else I started buying? The Safeway. That's the grocery store near my house. They make like the Signature Select, the Safeway, like they make their own. It might not be much better than Campbell's, but it looks it tastes better to me. It's not as processed. And it's a little fresher. At least it tastes like that to me. I mean, I could be wrong, child. That could just be mental. But when I do want some soup, that's what I buy. My grandma told me to tell you that you can keep your wilted lettuce this year. Your grandmother didn't tell you none of that. Now, I promise you. And if you talking about my cabbage, I promise you that ain't with your grandma, because I just talked to your grandmother yesterday, and she was like, don't forget you're making cabbage. So, lies you tell, Nay. Lie. See how she just lie? See how she just lie? And then you're going to lie on your grandmother. How dare you? I love lobster bisque. Ooh, I love me some lobster bisque. I'm going to tell you what. Where I went out to eat last night, I'm really ready to go back because there was stuff on the menu that I wanted. And I was like, ooh, I might go back sometime during my Thanksgiving break. I may end up going back because, baby, it was so good. And they had lobster bisque, which I wanted. They had a shrimp and scallop risotto that I wanted. I didn't get that, but I wanted it. It looked so good. And then their dessert. I did get the dessert. Ooh, that dessert was so good. So I'm going back. I'm probably going to go back sometime before next Sunday. Maybe by next Saturday, I'll be done. I'll be tired of leftovers, child. The Panera soups are pretty good if you don't want to make it homemade. I haven't had Panera soup in a long time either. They get ready. Panera's getting ready to close down. I don't know. They don't have nothing against cabbage because that's all they eat is damn vegetables. So I don't know what she's talking about. Ain't nobody fooling with Janae. You know, ain't nobody fooling with Janae. They only ask you to cook so you feel included. Moving right along. I'm not entertaining her. So, y'all done made me lose my... Tracy got us off topic talking about some soup. Okay. But yeah. The latest update in this D4vid situation, they're now saying that Celeste Rivera's remains were frozen. Which may leave the cause of death undetermined. And there's now saying that there's a second person who was involved that allegedly helped cover this up. So here's what I think happened. I think they froze her body after she was unalived. I think they froze the body until they could figure out what to do with it. All I know is Niecy better bring Benji. You know good and well she ain't going nowhere without that dog. Y'all know good and well she bringing that dog. Y'all know that's her child. Y'all know that is her child. Benji gonna be here before Benji gonna be in the door before she get in the door. She'll be here for Christmas. Her and Benji will be here for Christmas. That poor girl, how sad. Everyone needs to be under the jail. That girl was 14 and her body was found on her 15th birthday. Poor thing never had a chance. Now we won't be there till Christmas. Gotta say the best for like, yeah, she'll be here for Christmas. So y'all will be seeing Benji for a couple of days because y'all know how he likes to, get on the video, all in the videos, dancing and stuff. Y'all know how Benji do. Hold on a second, y'all. Y'all know how Benji do. Everybody felt her starting with her family. Because again, we've already established that the family tried to say she was a runaway when they knew where she was. Now, and let me say this too. Everybody is different, and we know we all have our personalities, but the majority, right, Benji a part of Bad Boy, all in the videos, dancing in the video. Y'all know that's how Benji is. Either gonna be down here trying to get me to pet him, or he gonna be back there on that couch sleep, just like his mama. Just like his mama. But her family, because again, clearly when she first started acting out, the family, and I mean, I don't know enough to make a statement, a definitive statement, but I wonder, let me say this, I wonder when she first started acting out, I wonder what the family did. Because the reality is maybe she did start cutting school and hanging with the bad crowd and doing the things. But I wonder what the family did. I wonder. And the family absolutely should be investigated. I agree. Oh, y'all know what I did see today on hold on, I'm gonna find it on TikTok. Hold on. Now this is interesting for MAGA as well. Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Resistance. Y'all remember the word resistance. Give me about 5 minutes and then type resistance in the chat because it's something I want to say, but I don't want to forget what I'm trying to tell y'all with this one first. Hold on, what happened? All right, hold on. Midas Touch Media. Okay. I saw it on Midas Touch. Okay, so there must be this new hold on. There must be this new thing that, and I'm sure Elon Musk did this on purpose, over on Twitter where they have revealed now where you're from. Like in your profile, it says what country your account is linked to. And so it has been exposed. I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourself.
right now because Twitter, which prefers to identify as X, released this new feature in which you could actually see the country of origin of an account. And it's now being revealed that a lot of these MAGA accounts out there with hundreds of thousands of followers that have a big influence online are actually based in other countries. The way my jaw stayed in place. So I could literally go through like 1,000 of these accounts, but I'll show you just a few. Like this account, America First Verified. Well, turns out this account is based in Bangladesh. How about America Man, based in Indonesia? What about MAGA Nadine over here? Oh, that's probably some dude based in Morocco. Okay, Mary Tiles, Texas, you sure post a lot of pro-MAGA stuff online. Oh, wait, you're from Russia? Interesting. Like I said, I could keep going and going. Nigeria. This is a major account that always gets Elon Musk's attention. This is based in India. This Ivanka Trump fan account based in Nigeria. This big MAGA account is based in Papua New Guinea. This one's from Serbia. Ultra MAGA Trump 2028, Nigeria. Dark MAGA Coin, Thailand. The MAGA Beacon, South Asia. MAGA Nation, Eastern Europe. Aaron Trump News, Eastern Europe. I think this definitely confirms what a lot of us thought but couldn't definitively prove, but now this feature is live. If you're on Twitter, if you're on X, you could see this on anybody's accounts. So just think about the foreign influence operations that are happening right now on this app. Think about the lawmakers who feel pressured by accounts like this. Think about the disinformation that spreads as a result of all these accounts out there. So in addition to the foreign influence angle, I actually see a simpler explanation for a lot of these accounts, and that's the fact that X pays their content creators for their posts, specifically their verified content creators who engage with other verified content creators. And so in this case, you can imagine somebody living in India or Bangladesh wanting to figure out how they can make a few extra $100 a month, a few extra $1,000 a month, and realizing that if they spread this MAGA propaganda, they are getting checks from Twitter, which change their lives if they're living in a country where they would normally live on just dollars a day. And so all this together has just created.
So, I mean, it confirms what we knew. Like, I don't think anybody here is shocked at any of this. But once again, we know that this whole MAGA machine is really a creation. And I absolutely believe that this was Elon Trump's way of backdooring Trump. I mean, Elon Musk. Because Musk knew. Musk absolutely knew. But once again, this is also part of the problem with Musk selling verification, which, again, we knew that was the plan as well. If people could buy a blue check, there's no way of knowing if that person is really who they say they are if they're not verified and they don't have legitimate following. So anybody, I mean, hell, I could, if I'm willing to pay for it, I could go get a verified check. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean a thing. Resistance. So I want to go back to resistance. This getting ready to be a history moment. So give me a second. History books, documentaries, whatever, will have you guys believing that resistance looks like a Million-Man March, or resistance looks like the March on Washington, or resistance looks like burning, the Women's March in the early 1900s for women getting the right to vote. Resistance looks like what we saw happening in Chicago, where restaurants refusing to feed ICE agents, restaurants refusing to allow ICE agents to use the bathroom, tow truck drivers towing double parked ICE vehicles while they're trying to harass and detain people. In Charlotte this week, baby, did y'all see that restaurants that were serving ICE agents were giving them chocolate at the end of their meals, and the chocolate was really X-Lax? Did y'all see where ICE agents were coming out in the morning and all their tires were slashed at these hotels? People was just slashing their tires. Did y'all see where little old 70-year-old white women with their pew-pew down in North Carolina was challenging these ICE agents? See, I was talking to this earlier this week with a friend of mine that's down in the Carolinas. And me and her was talking. We said, see, now y'all was in the hood and in the cities and all of that. Y'all going down here to North Carolina and y'all gonna go up there in them real rural areas and where they don't play that. And you know, Carolina's an open carry, so anybody can walk around with that, you know what, on their hip, and you gonna come up against the wrong one. I saw this one video where this lady was like, "You're not coming in my house. You don't have no warrant." And he was like, "But I'm an officer of the law." She said, "No, you're not." She said, "You not." She said, "I don't care who you are. You're not coming in my house without no warrant." And he says, "Well, we just need to check." She said, "You don't need to check nothing without a warrant." She said, "And I called the police. So when they get here, if they got a warrant, I'll let y'all in." Baby, they walked off. See, resistance doesn't always have to be loud. Resistance can be, we're going to make y'all uncomfortable enough that y'all aren't here. We're going to make y'all uncomfortable enough that y'all want to go somewhere else. Well, when I say X-lax, I don't know if it was actually, but it was something that was going to make them use the bathroom. It was a laxative. Let me just say that. It was a laxative. And I understand that North Carolina went red, but it was borderline. It was real blue. And even the ones that voted red still ain't playing them games. They still not playing them games. You coming up in there, especially you go up in the mountains, bothering them people. They're not playing them games. In Portland, they gave them what? I can't. Is that a frog? So, they had all them costumes and stuff in Portland. Is that what you're talking about? So, I guess I thought about this the other day and I was like, you know, a lot of times we hear the big stories. We don't hear the little stories. We don't hear about the little. I tell my students all the time, I said, there were a whole lot of slaves that fought back in little ways. Things that we probably will never hear about in mainstream. I think I told you guys this before. There was this woman who, she was the cook. And she used to grind up glass and put it in the food. Till eventually it killed everybody. It was long. It was painful. And she served them dinner every night with a smile. It was another cook that put poison in the food. Just enough to drag it out, not make it look obvious. It was another one I read this when it was a slave. She was a seamstress. And she put, for lack of a better word, poison. But she put it in the cloth. Because, you know, back then people made, she put it in the cloth. So she was making these beautiful dresses and gowns for these women. And it was poison in the cloth that they were wearing. You know, so we have to, and I'm not telling you to go out and do anything. That ain't what I'm telling you either. But what I am telling you is we don't have to wait for a grand gesture from anybody, whether it be the Democrats or anybody. We don't have to wait for this grand gesture, right? All we have to do is find a way to resist. Some people are doing something as simple as when they see somebody being harassed, pulling over and videotaping it and asking, "What's your name?" So they can try to get the information out. Now, thank you, Lauren, because that's where I was getting ready to go, and we're going to move on to this next thing. Let me tell you something. Now, they say they're going down to New Orleans next. I am excited. I can't wait to hear the stories that's going to come out of Louisiana. Baby. I can't wait. I remember that story. Wasn't a slave the inspiration for understanding underground? I don't know, maybe. Maybe Xavier. I'm not sure. Underground was such a good show. But I'm waiting to hear it. They said they headed down to Louisiana next, child. I can't wait to see what come out of Louisiana, honey. I can't wait to see what come out of Louisiana. Uh-oh. All right. Moving right along. Okay. We just talked about David. Summer Walker. So listen, I don't talk about Summer Walker and her exploits a lot because honestly, I barely know who the young lady is, and I feel like she's made a lot of bad choices in her life. But who am I to judge? Okay, so Summer Walker, who is a singer, it was exposed that she was Tory Bricks, who is dating. What's this boy name? Xavier, Rich the Kid. So Rich the Kid and Tory Bricks are a couple. They had broken up and then they got back together. Well, somewhere in the interim, Summer Walker been sleeping with him. Okay. Now, Tory Bricks has released a voice note between Summer Walker and Rich the Kid, where Summer Walker is basically begging him to still sleep with her, even though he done got back with Tory Bricks. Okay. Crazy, I know, but this is what it is. So first, Summer Walker was like, well, if you're going to release the tape, Summer Walker was previously a stripper, just for context. Oh, okay. Well, she was like, listen, if you're going to release the tape, release all the tapes, because I'm not the only side chick. So if you're going to tell everybody that me and him are still sleeping together, tell it all. Tell them about all of the people he's sleeping with. Don't just put it on me. Okay. Now, in that voice note, Summer Walker said, you can just save my number under Pizza Hut. So allegedly, Tory Bricks then turned around and sent a bunch of Pizza Huts to this woman's house, to Summer Walker's house. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That is my kind of petty. I know that that's not cute. I know that that's not funny. But that is my kind of petty. If I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, y'all, that is my kind of petty. She sent that girl a stack of pizzas. I'm sorry. That's my kind of petty. Listen, I did it. Because she ain't saying that she ain't do. She said, listen, I did it. I was all up in his DMs. But if you're going to tell it all. She said, and look, and you can save my number under Pizza Hut. She'll never know. Now, she will know, because who the fuck has Pizza Hut's number in their phone these days? But okay. They said Tory got him as a side chick when he was married. Well, see, y'all know the same way you get him is the same way you lose him. Y'all know how that goes. Baby. Anyway, I thought that was funny. All right, so let's get into this Jaule, Tasha K situation, and then we're gonna talk about Tony. Then we'll talk about Kandi and Todd. No, yeah, okay. Y'all, listen. So the other night, Tasha K posted that Jaule got jumped backstage at the Brandy Monica concert. Y'all know that Brandy and Monica were in New York a couple of days ago, and everybody came out. Sierra, Fabulous, Tyrese, they all came out, so all the celebs in New York, they was all there and they was backstage. I think, I know at one show, Beyonce, Patti LaBelle, Solange, because Kelly Rowland is one of the opening acts. So, you got Domino's in your phone? Oh, well, listen, never mind. I guess I'm the only one that just, when I need it, I just go to the app. But okay. Okay, boo. So Tasha K said, listen, somebody done hit me with the 411 that Jaule done got jumped backstage down to the show. So Jaule got in his feelings. And Jaule posted that Tasha K, you don't know what you're talking about. You telling lies. And you must like getting sued. Now, far be it for me to defend Tasha K, but I do need to say something in this moment. This is what I need to say in this moment. I understand that Tasha K lost to Cardi B. But I have told y'all before that if Tasha K had a halfway decent attorney, she might not have lost, and she certainly wouldn't have lost as badly as she did. But let's also talk about how Tasha K actually has, I mean, as many times as she's been sued or attempted to be sued, and she only lost once, threatening her with a lawsuit, I don't think that scares her. I mean, it clearly doesn't scare her. Okay. Now, Jaule came down here loud and proud, bold, loud, proud, and bold, honey. So Tasha K said, listen, not only do I know I'm telling the truth, but I have the proof and the receipts, and I'm going to drop them. So when Tasha K went live, she proceeded to show the text messages from whoever sent her the message. She showed the text messages from whoever sent her the message. And then she proceeded to show the video. She proceeded to show the video of Jaule involved in an altercation backstage at the Brandy Monica show. So at this point, Jaule, there's really nothing to say. There's no defense that you can give. There's no argument that you can make. Now, we can get into semantics, which we just had a whole conversation in my Braxton's video about words, right? So she said he got jumped. Maybe in his mind, he was in an altercation. He didn't get jumped. However, that does not rise to the occasion of a lawsuit. So Jaule then comes down on Al Gore's Good Internet and says the following. It says, Jaule now admits to being sucker punched by 3 men at the Boy Is Mine tour. He questions how the attackers were able to leave the building after the altercation. It can happen to anybody. Niggas get no points for that. Now listen. The last time I checked, and y'all can correct me, Kenneth, you was over at the Braxton's conversation, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, you can correct me. But the last time I checked, 3 men punching you at one time against 1 man, that is you being jumped, sir. Now, if y'all tell me, because we had a whole conversation earlier about words and semantics and that kind. Am I wrong? If 3 people hit you at one time, does that not meet the definition of being jumped? Does that not hit the bar? Does that not hit the bar? Y'all tell me. Does that hit the bar of being jumped? And now he's trying to say, how were they able to leave the building? I don't know. Hell, last year, we had a whole situation with Christian Rock punching Chanel. I can't remember his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Punching him in his mouth. He had blood and had a tooth chipped and everything else. And she left and went to the club. So it happens. And they knew who the fuck she was. Remember? She left and went to the club. So don't act like it don't, James Wright Chanel, thank you. Don't act like it don't happen. It happens. It happens all the time. See, that's what I'm saying. And again, far be it for me to defend Tasha K, because number one, she don't need me to defend her. Number two, I ain't defending her. But you coming down here, basically, basically what you were hoping that her negative reputation would be enough for people to believe you over her. What you didn't expect was that somebody had that shit on tape. What you didn't expect was that she actually was going to drop the messages between the person who was there and who told her word for word, bar for bar, what went down backstage. See, and you were hoping that people like the general public who think that Tasha K is full of shit and always lying anyway was just going to go along with what you said and be like, oh yeah, she lying. That's what you thought. That's what you were hoping. Now, don't get me wrong. Tasha has bought her reputation on herself. But that's what you were banking on. Mm-hmm. But the bigger question that I have is, who the fuck jumped you and why? Like, who were these men that was waiting for Jaule to show up? Because, sir, how did they even know you were there? Like, it ain't like you hot and you got an album out. And, sir, so it had to be something that happened backstage. This ain't like somebody looking for you. This ain't even like somebody knew you were going to be there. Who the fuck knew Jaule was going to be backstage? So it had to be somebody you pissed off, either somebody that had some old beef and they've been waiting to see you for the last 5 years, or somebody you pissed off in that moment. Because why are just random dudes jumping you backstage? Like, what? Where is that coming from? That's weird. Was 50 there? I mean, I haven't seen anything where 50 has taken credit, because y'all know 50 will. Y'all know that 50 Cent will take credit. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I haven't seen anything yet, because y'all know if it's y'all know 50 gonna troll. If ain't nobody else gonna troll, 50 gonna troll. Now, that don't mean he didn't. I'm just saying I ain't see it. All right, so let's do this. It's 246 of y'all in here. If you haven't done so already, if you could please hit that like button. I have Kenneth and I have Don in the room, so it's time for us to do what we do.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
So let me give y'all an update. Let me give y'all an update. Oh, wow. I've never been jumped because I told them hoes I would track each one of them down individually. So Kenneth and Don, listen, you guys, close those doors. Listen. Y'all done had really be working. I'm going to just go on and tell y'all a thing. Y'all done had really be working, baby. Y'all wore me out. I ain't going to lie to y'all. From last Sunday until today. So this project took us a week, and we still ain't done yet, because we still got a couple of baskets that's going to be delivered tomorrow. But all of the baskets have been ordered. If you sent me an email and you have not received either a basket or an email from me saying your basket has been ordered and this is the information, please email me. Please don't email me any new names. I wish I could help everybody, but I cannot. I'm only talking to people who have already emailed me. Please. Okay? If you have not heard from me, email me. Okay. All right. That's number one. Far as I can tell from my records, I have sent out everybody's basket. Now, some people did not get meat. And I started putting in substitutions. So some people got turkey, some people got chicken, some people got ham. Some people got Cornish hens. Okay. So I put in substitution. If your people did not get meat, some of y'all already reached out to me and I did order some meat to be delivered. Something. But like I said, whether it's a turkey, a chicken, a ham, okay, something should be delivered. If your people did not get one, again, send me an email and let me know. Were there any vegan options? If y'all, again, I'm going to get to that in a second. If you want to continue to make, listen, I am still collecting donations. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. Because I'm about to tell y'all something in a minute. And y'all are going to really understand. So yes, if you want to send a donation, you can send a Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, whatever. My Cash App is on the screen. My PayPal, I'll put it in the chat. If you want to PayPal or Zelle it to me, I'll put it in the chat. That's the email you can use for Zelle or for PayPal. So, because here's the thing. If I'm sending meat, I have to send at least $10. Y'all know they ain't going to deliver it if it's under $10. So I've been so if the total doesn't come to $10 and I'm adding like stuff in or something like that. Okay. So, but please let me know because I really want to make sure everybody, I mean, at the very least, I want to make sure everybody has meat. Okay. Even if it's just a chicken or a ham, something, please let me know. Okay. All right. Somebody hit me up yesterday and was like, this person. It was like 3 people didn't get any meat. And they were like, but don't worry about it. No, I am going to worry about it because I want to make sure they got some meat. So those 3 people, I will order something today for them. The person was like, don't worry about it, but I'm worried about it. Okay. I'm being honest. I'm not worried about the sides. I'm not worried about the bread. I'm not worried about the dessert, but the meat, yes, I'm worried about the meat. I don't have a preference. No, I don't care either way. Actually, you can Zelle it because that way it's directly in my account. I don't have to send it over and lose anything. That's true. So so I want to just say that, okay? What lessons have I learned? Okay, first of all, this was all new to me. This was my first time doing it. And I want to say this. It was a labor, but it was a labor of love. I want to be very clear on that. I'm not complaining at all. I feel really good about what we did. Because y'all provided the money. I provided the work. And like I said, I donated some of my money as well. Okay. I don't want y'all to think I ain't put none of my money in. I did. But this was a labor of love. I in no way, shape, or form feel no way about this. I feel good about what we did as a community. And in a minute, I'm going to tell y'all how many families y'all fed for Thanksgiving. And y'all are going to feel good about it for yourselves. Okay. But lessons that I have learned and I say when we do this again, because I want to do this again. When we do this again, number one, I'm going to need more information next time. I need y'all to double check y'all's addresses. Double check and triple check y'all's addresses. I know some of you guys are going by people, you're getting names from other people and stuff like that. Number 2, I need a contact phone number. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, let me tell y'all, a perfect example happened today. And it worked out. The person got their turkey, so it worked out. But I want to tell y'all, today I got a call. I was on my live earlier, my Ready to Love live. I got a call from Instacart. Instacart person couldn't find the address. So we're on the phone. This is a delivery in Georgia. Baby, I don't know nothing about Georgia. So I was able to get the person who sent me. I sent them an email and was like, hey, call me. They can't find this apartment number. And I don't want them to have to, cancel the order or whatever. So the person called me and she was like, hey, I'm already out. I'm on my way over there. I will tell the Instacart driver, just leave it. I will meet the person. I will meet them. I will get it. And I'll make sure the person gets their package. And it worked out. But it would have been a lot easier if the Instacart driver would have just called them directly and not called me. Because when you're calling me, I don't know anything more than what's in that email. I don't know nothing about that neighborhood. I don't know. Somebody called me. I've had a couple of people call where the apartments were in apartment buildings that had a security code. I don't know the security code. You know what I'm saying? So, future reference, I need y'all to give me a contact number so I can put that number in with the Instacart order instead of my number. Because my number ain't helping nobody. So those are the lessons I've learned. The third lesson I've learned is the next time I will absolutely put in specific substitutions. Because what the Instacart drivers do, if I put in a turkey that, like the turkey breast that was $10, right? But the turkey breasts are sold out, and the next thing they have is $17. They're not going to substitute a $10 item for a $17 item unless I told them to. So because I don't do Instacart, I was just putting in substituted with something. A Google Doc form. You know what? I like that. Crazy homebody girl. That's it. We're going to do a Google Doc form next time. Look at you. That's exactly what we're going to do. Next time, I'm going to create a Google Doc. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and y'all can just fill out the Google Doc. You know what? That's why we're a community. That's why we're a community. Okay? That is why we are a community, because that is a Google Doc. That is a perfect idea. Perfect idea. Okay. So I will know for future reference to put the substitutions in from the beginning. Because once you put the substitution in once, it just saves it. So I didn't have to keep putting it in every order. Once I said, hey, this is what I want. I know that the desserts and the meats were the two things that sold out first, that started selling out first, and then the bread. So I will know the next time the meat, I will put in a specific substitution. The bread, I will put in a specific substitution. And the dessert, I will put in a specific substitution. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the people that are sending. I'm going to look in a minute. Thank y'all. Now. And can I thank my bank for not shutting down my debit card? I want to thank my bank for not shutting down my debit card. So the baskets averaged, the cheaper ones were from like $23, and the most expensive one I had to order was like a $50 one. That I had like two $50 ones. The rest of them averaged between $30 and $40. So that $25 estimate, we'll know next time, And I was estimating $35. I was adding tax and tip to it. So I was $35 is what I was averaging. Is when I was saying, oh, we got enough money for this, we got enough money for that. That's what I was basing it off of. Let me say this. I also noticed how prices are throughout this country. Something that I would order in, I'll say Maryland, that same item in California might be $3 more. And I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I'm not the exact same item. Like, for example, the turkey. Those chicken breasts, those turkey breasts that we were ordering from Walmart and Aldi, those butterball turkey breasts, literally might have been $10 in Maryland. That same thing was $17 in California. Portland. Speaking of which, the person in Portland, they didn't get their meat. And they emailed me, and I thought I said another one, and they said they didn't get that one. So I need to check in with them and find out. I need to make sure I didn't get charged for it, and then I need to find out what's going on. But that's why I had one in Portland. And you guys, y'all showed up and y'all showed out. I'm so serious. Y'all showed up and y'all showed out. Y'all looked out for y'all neighbors. Y'all looked out for y'all family. Y'all looked out for yourselves. Y'all weren't too proud to say, hey, it's me. I need this. Some of the stories that y'all shared with us, and when I say us, I don't want to read people's personal information, but some of the stories that y'all shared with me, some of the stuff that y'all got going on, you guys, I'm putting y'all on my prayer list, and that's real talk. That's real talk. The dumbest thing that I did, I'm going to tell y'all this, and then I'm going to give y'all the grand total. The dumbest thing that I did, the story isn't funny. My response is what I'm laughing at. The person's story is not funny. Let me be clear. I'm not laughing at their story. I'm laughing at what my response was. The person emailed me and said, Really B, thank you so much, yada, yada, yada. I'm homeless right now. This is what the situation is, and I'm currently homeless. My dumbass responded and said, well, what's the address where I can send it? Y'all, as soon as I sent that email, I was like, oh my God. I literally was like, she just told you she was homeless, dummy. Why are you asking that lady for her address? But we worked it out. She was one of the ones that she picked it up. She was able to pick it up from Walmart. Y'all, I'm I'm so sorry. I said I'm so sorry, you know. But she got it. She got it though. She was one of the ones I sent it to Walmart and she picked it up. So do y'all want to know how many families y'all fed this Thanksgiving? Where's my... Oh, here it is right here. This is my little book where I was keeping a list. I was keeping my list, honey. Look, my list. So I was writing it down as I was sending it out, so that way I'll make sure I didn't duplicate it. Because them emails that's why a Google Doc, I don't know why I didn't think of a Google Doc before. Because, baby, that thing got confusing. Because once it's in a Google Doc, then I can put it in a spreadsheet and I can do what I need to do from the spreadsheet, baby. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Gosh, why I didn't think of that. But as a total, you guys, as a community, you guys provided dinner for 67 families. Put it in the chat, give yourselves a round of applause. 67 families. 67 families throughout the United States. Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Indianapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Portland, California, New York. I'm sure I'm forgetting some places, but y'all did that. 67 families. Y'all did that. I ain't do it. And a special shout out to Kenneth because he started this shit. Kenneth started this. Kenneth, you started it. That made you cry. Listen, it ain't nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to sneeze at. And again, if you're just coming in, like I said, if you sent me an email and you didn't get an email from me or the person you asked about did not get their basket, please email me and it will go out today. Anybody that did not get a meat and I did not respond to you and say, I reordered it, please let me know. It will go out today. Because I need to make sure it goes out today so it's delivered before. Because after a certain time, it won't be tomorrow. It'll have to be Tuesday. So I want to make sure that by Tuesday, everybody has what they need. Okay. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys for all the donations. I know some of y'all have sent me something today and I appreciate it. And I thank you and I thank you and I thank you. Because yeah, listen, I'm not going to tell y'all no lie and I ain't going to bullshit it. Baby, I was getting a little nervous. At one point, it seemed like I had more than enough money. And I was like, oh shit, we got so much money coming in. Y'all were coming in. And then as I started ordering them baskets, I said, ooh. And every time I would open up another email, and some of y'all, and again, I ain't complaining. I'm just telling y'all. Some of y'all sent emails and y'all had 5 families in that email. And I was like, ooh, okay, we got 5 baskets. And I wasn't mad about it. Trust to believe I wasn't mad about it. But I'm just telling you what it was, right? I'm just telling you what it was. So 67 baskets, you guys. Like I said, so that's 67 families that y'all fed. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So those are the lessons learned. I do want to try to do something for Christmas. Once I finish up and I'm sure that I took care of everybody, then I'll look at those, the information that Tracy sent me and somebody else sent me about the Angel Tree or the Salvation Army. So I'll figure that out. I'll figure out what we're going to do. Hey, Zap, how you doing, boo? I ain't seen you in a while. You want to get, okay, hit me up. And last but not least, before we talk about the candy and the candy of it all, I think y'all have made me an Instacart person because I never did Instacart. I tried Instacart one time, and it wasn't that I had a problem with Instacart. But during the pandemic, my grocery store started using Instacart, and they kept screwing up my groceries. So I stopped using it because I was like, they're screwing my groceries up. So I started just ordering my groceries for pickup. Because that way I could check everything before I pull off. And if anything was wrong, I could get it straight before I left the grocery store. But y'all, I ordered groceries today for my damn self from Instacart. I think y'all might have turned me into an Instacart person now. I think y'all might have. Because everything came. They didn't mess up my order. I said, okay, wait a minute. Can you double check your Zelle at the end? Oh, okay. Hold on. I can check it right now. Hold on. Because I probably got an alert. I got it. Oh, thank you so much, Tawanda. I got one from Tawanda. I got one from, hold on. I don't know if y'all want me to say y'all name, so I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. I did. I got you, Tawanda, and I got a Cash App and another Zelle. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all know I got these 2 Cash Apps now, child. Hold on. Let me look at the other Cash App. Because I got the alert, but I don't see it. Hold on. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you. I got that. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that right? No. Shamiza. Oh, I didn't mean to say your name out loud. I'm sorry. I see you put your YouTube name in there. Well, I'm not gonna say what your YouTube name is now that I done said your government name, but thank you, boo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then I got another alert on my Zelle. Thank you so much. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus. Okay. Now, with that being said, thank you again. Thank you. And tonight I will check my email and make sure that I have taken care of everything that and everyone. All right, moving right along. I didn't thank you. I didn't send you a heart or something. Nubia, you said you put it in the message. Okay, let me check and see. Because I thought I put a heart in it because I remember you asked me about that before. You said no. What's up, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa? Did y'all win some money? Did y'all I saw you down to the casino, girl. We were down at the MGM. You sent it on Cash App, Nubian. I want to look because you asked me before and I want to make sure. Hold on. You said November the 19th. Hold on. I think I just saw you. Thursday. You said you sent it on the 19th. Thursday. What was Thursday? Thursday was the 20th. So Thursday. Okay, so Wednesday. Hold on. Let me scroll back. Let me make sure. Wednesday. All right, let me look on the other side, child. Let me look on the other side. You said you sent it through Cash App? Oh, you at Charlestown. Oh, you said you want some money? Oh, shit. Okay, girl. You was at Charlestown. Okay. I ain't been to Charlestown in a minute. Thank you, Tam. I just got your Cash App. And I want to say this, too. And he probably don't want me to tell y'all this, but I'm going to tell it. He probably don't want me to tell y'all this, but I'm going to tell it. Hold on. Wednesday. November. Hold on. I don't see it, but give me a minute to... Oh, it's Zelle. Okay. Give me a chance to go into Zelle then. Because I have to log into my bank account to go into Zelle. I'll check. But Nubia, I'll let you know, baby. I'll definitely let you know because you asked me before. I ain't going to say their name. I'm going to just say one. I'm going to just say there was a particular person. When I first told y'all, oh my goodness, y'all, these baskets are costing more than I thought they were going to cost. So if you want to make some donations, I'm still taking donations. There's a particular, I'm not going to say their name because they may not want me to say their name, but there is a particular person that's in the chat who hit me up and said, just keep track of how much everything is and I'll cover it. And I'm going to just leave it at that. All right. moving right along. So Friday, I was out minding my business, okay? I went out to have some drinks and a little bit of happy hour with some friends after work. They ended up going to a little after hour spot, which I do want to check out. I just was tired Friday and I didn't feel like it. They ended up going to this little after hour spot that just opened up recently. I believe it's Black owned, and they told me it was a good little spot. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Had a cigar area. They have a DJ. They got live music on certain nights. Over 40 crowd. Real nice vibe. I'm gonna definitely check it out. I just didn't feel like it on Friday. Oh, Sweet Pea. You might know about it. Sweet Pea, we might need to go up there. You're the type of person that I think I could hang with a place like that. I would try to get Trees to go with me too. Just made you cry harder. Oh, yeah. They were like, listen, you just keep up with how I cover it. I'll cover whatever the shortage is. I got it. But anyway, so my phone starts blowing up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Baby, Kandi done announced that her and Todd are splitting up. Now, let me be honest and tell y'all, I kind of already suspected it because I had just seen where they were making a big deal about Kandi not wearing her ring. Which, okay, people take their rings off for different reasons. Maybe he was upgrading her. Maybe she lost it. Maybe it was too big. Maybe she had it out for cleaning. So people not wearing their ring, especially in this day and age, it ain't that deep as far as I'm concerned. But then they said she took Tucker off of her name on Instagram. That is intentional. Okay? When somebody goes into their social media to update something, that is intentional. And they want you to know. See, if Kandi didn't want to start the rumor, she would have left it the way it was. Because who gives a fuck? I mean, that's how I think. Who cares? If I really don't want nobody to know that me and my husband about to, go our separate ways, why would I take his name off of my social media? Because people are going to notice, especially when you're a celebrity. People are going to notice. Todd was nowhere to be found down to the BravoCon when Kandi got this big, Lifetime Achievement Award. And Todd don't miss shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Hey, JB Boo, I got your message about Beyond the Gates. I think we should just take the week off and just do one. I think we should take the week off and not even do, unless we want to. Maybe we want to do a live or, you know what? I'll talk to you offline. Maybe we could do a live where we just kind of open up the platform and just kind of talk about the show in general. Maybe just do a live for like an hour, But I don't think we should try to do no review. It's only gonna be 2 episodes of Beyond the Gates this week, y'all. Monday and Tuesday. So I think if we do decide to do something, if we have time, I think that's what we should just do. Yeah. So with that being said, I was shocked, but I kind of wasn't, because it was like, well, I hope it's not true, but I kind of saw some writing on the wall kind of shit. Y'all know what I mean? So Kandi, and when people made the announcement, it's official. Like that means your publicist called them and the announcement was made. That's official. Right? That's official. Kandi and Todd, well, Kandi actually has announced that her and Todd are going their separate ways. But Kandi also posted a video on her social media at her daughter's birthday party, and Todd was there, which is letting us know that they, at least right now, are co-parenting well. They seem like they were in good spirits. They were talking and da-da-da-da-da. Now, what's going to end up happening over the next couple of weeks is everybody is going to do a think piece on why. Everybody's going to tell, oh, well, I heard this. Well, I heard that. Well, they said this. Well, the streets of Atlanta said that. Everybody's going to talk about why. And let me be honest with y'all. I personally, the, blogger in me, of course I want to know. I want to talk about it. I want us to talk about it. Sure. The blogger in me is like, yeah, tell it. But the fan in me, I don't want them to ever tell it. Kandi don't need to do no speak on it. Her and Todd don't need to do a speak on it. Todd don't need to go nowhere and do no interview. Just let it be what it is. Y'all were married. Y'all were married for 11 years. Y'all have 2 beautiful children. Let it be. Y'all kids are minors. Let it be. Continue to co-parent publicly and let it be. I honestly hope we never, and if they do choose to tell it, they tell it so far down the line that we don't even give a fuck no more. You know what I mean? Like, I know, and maybe I'm starting to get too soft to do this reality, to do this stuff. But it's some stuff that I'm okay with not knowing. I don't need to know. You know what I mean? There's some stuff I'm okay that I don't fucking know the answer. I'm okay with it. You know? And because I really truly like Kandi and Todd as a couple, and I like the fact that they beat the odds. I like the fact that, when I say beat the odds, I know technically they didn't because they're getting divorced, but they were married for 11 years. They were together for like 14 years. They were married for 11 years, and they beat the odds as far as, in my opinion, from that perspective. They have 2 beautiful children. They have built businesses together. And me personally, I feel like let's sit in that. Now, somebody earlier in the chat when I first started said something about the prenup being up. We know that there was a prenup because we saw the whole thing play out on their wedding special for Bravo. So there is a prenup. Now, what all the details of the prenup are, I don't know. Some prenups do that. They last a certain amount of years. Some prenups avoid if there's infidelity or avoid if certain things happen. Some prenup increase the money, the payout increases the longer you're married. So it depends on what type of prenup. One thing's for sure and 2 things for certain. We know that the prenup will at least protect Kandi's assets going into this marriage. So anything Kandi had before the marriage is protected. But here's the thing. Todd and Kandi have built businesses within this last 14 years. They have restaurants, and I know a lot of those restaurants have closed, but there still may be assets connected to those restaurants. I don't know. I don't know to be a fact. I'm just saying. We know that they have the production company where they've done movies together and they've done Broadway together. Bedroom Kandi she had before Todd, but they've started businesses since then. So those are the types of conversations. Those are the types of conversations that need to be had. Now, according to Forrest Rocks, she feels like something must have happened because they're actually in the process of building a new house. What's up, Brother Dev? How you doing? So you don't go into a situation where you're building a new home with somebody. Well, no, you don't. People do it all the time. So let me not say that. People do it all the time. But I find it interesting that Kandi and Todd were building a new house and this happened. And this is what some of the streets are saying. I don't know what happened, child. I ain't speculating. But some of the streets are saying, well, maybe this is something that has come up recently or something that's new. Because why would they be building a home and putting that type of thing out there if things were rocky or things weren't going too well? I don't know. Now I'm thinking the restaurant's closings were intentional. Maybe. What them likes looking like? Dad said hit them like button. Hey, Pam. What's up, Pam? Baby, Pam ain't been playing with y'all, baby. Pam ain't been playing with y'all. Pam ain't been playing with y'all over there. Y'all know if y'all ain't over there, if y'all not getting y'all y'all Meg Thee Stallion updates, y'all better get on over there and get them. Pam been breaking it down over there with the Meg Thee Stallion case now. Pam, I had to tell the people over on TikTok to come over there and catch your Brian McKnight breakdown because they was over there arguing with me over there on TikTok. They was arguing with me, Pam. And I said, well, y'all better go over to Pam Law and Delect and get the breakdown and read the lawsuit and find out for yourself. Don't be coming over here arguing with me about that Brian McKnight. Anyway. Detroit P. Pam, Detroit P. But yeah, so I don't know, you guys. And like I said, I really don't want to speculate because I personally like them. And I hate to see couples. Now, when it's couples that I think need to break up, I don't care. And we're going to talk about it. Cardi B and Offset, we're going to talk about it. You know? But I really like them. And again, I hope they just keep it real cute. I really do. I hope they keep it cute. If they were not amicable, I doubt they would be spending family time together. Well, the reality of this situation is they still have to co-parent. I mean, Blaze is only 6 or 7 years old, I think. Pam said, I was just arguing with someone on Facebook about the same thing. Apparently, Brian's interview is sparking a new debate. That's what I was talking about over on the TikTok. I was talking about what Brian McKnight said. And then somebody was like, well, didn't Brian McKnight just win that lawsuit? I said, what? No. I said, he did not. And they was arguing me about that. I said, listen, y'all need to go over to YouTube and y'all need to check out Pamela Law Intellect. She read the whole lawsuit and then she read the wife's response. Okay. I said, that lawsuit, I said, that's what happens when you celebrate too soon. Dummy. He's such a dummy. Yeah, Pam, I think that new interview got people talking. Did y'all see Mark Lamont Hill though? Mark Lamont Hill, I don't always agree with everything he says, but he was hilarious over on Joe Budden. Because in that interview, Brian McKnight said that Mark Lamont Hill, he was like, and Mark Lamont Hill, I'll debate with him any day because he called me an asshole. He said I was an asshole. And Mark Lamont Hill was like, well, I don't really remember calling him an asshole, but he is an asshole. He said, I don't remember calling him one, but he is. He said, and that's based off of my experience with you. That don't have nothing to do with your family and your kids. That's based off of the times that I interviewed you and how nasty you were to my staff. He was like, you were nice to me, but you were nasty to my staff. And then he proceeded to go on a rant. I can't play it because he says asshole about 20 times. And I don't want this. Y'all done already got one of my videos flagged this week. I don't want to get another one, okay? Y'all done already got the yellow. I done already got my other video with the Chicago mama. I can't do this one. But he says asshole about 20 times. But he was like, yeah, I don't remember calling you that, but you are. Oh, listen. Right, Mark told him start back at 1 with his son. Baby, yes. When he did that, that was good. That was cute how he did it. When he said to start back at 1. But like I told y'all, and y'all can cuss me out. Y'all can hate me. I don't care. Now, I didn't gave up R. Kelly for the most part. For the most part, I didn't gave up R. Kelly. Okay, I done stopped playing R. Kelly music unless I'm down to the cookout and Auntie plays Step in the Name of Love. I can't tell Auntie to take Step in the Name of Love off of her rotation because she gonna cuss me out. Okay, and I might step in the name of love. Okay, I done stopped listening to the Diddy music. Okay, when Diddy come on, I fast forward. I don't even play the Diddy no more. The Diddler. But I can't give up Brian McKnight. Not his first 2 albums. Now, stuff after his first 2 albums, I can let it go. After his first 2 albums, I can let it go. But them first 2 albums, I can't let the first 2 albums go, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Now, I'm trying. I'm going to try. But I can't do it. Crazy said, I ain't stopped listening to Diddy. Now, let's be clear. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. You ain't going to never stop listening to music that he wrote. R. Kelly has written hits for everybody. And R. Kelly has written songs that y'all probably don't even know R. Kelly has written. So you ain't going to never really stop listening to R. Kelly. It's the same thing with Diddy. Diddy has so many music connected to other people that you're really not going to ever really stop listening to Diddy. Now, you might stop listening to Diddy, but when Lil' Kim come on, y'all going to be like, you want to rumble with the beat, huh? Bzz. Y'all going to do it. Y'all going to do it. You're going to do it. When Biggie come on, you're going to do it. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawn and early. Y'all going to do it. When Faith first album come on, y'all gonna sing. Y'all are going to sing it. I'm sorry, y'all gonna do it. When y'all go to y'all little cousin kindergarten graduation and they play I Believe I Can Fly, y'all gonna sing it. Y'all ain't gonna be able to help yourselves. Y'all gonna. That's my favorite Biggie song. Warning is my favorite Biggie song. I'm sorry. That is my shit. That is my favorite Biggie song. I think it's that first line. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. That I think it's the first line that gets me. You gonna whisper in the corner? I mean, we all gonna sing Aaliyah. Aaliyah's first album, y'all. It come, y'all gonna sing it. Her first album. Now, her second album wasn't, Diddy. I mean, wasn't R. Kelly. But her first album, y'all gonna sing. He said, Xavier said he ain't giving up B2K. See? If we stop listening to the songs, films, plays, etc. of all the criminals, we would have nothing to do. Now, that's true. Because, look, we ain't even talked about Harvey Weinstein and all the movies he produced, child. Down to the Hollywood. We ain't even got into him. Aaliyah's first album wasn't great. It wasn't, I mean, in hindsight, it really wasn't a great album. But, Anyway, y'all, let me get up off here. I have not eaten since breakfast. So I'm about to find me some dinner. Carl Thomas, Total, Craig Mack. Right. Y'all know when Flavor in your ear come on, y'all are going to get it. Total, absolutely. There you go, Deb. You better remind them. Summer Rain. You better get it. And I wish I never met her. Listen. Y'all know it. So the reality of the situation is you can be an asshole and still be a great artist. I don't know what to tell you. Kissing you. Yeah, we can start. Listen, we can go down the list. Y'all remember, I told y'all that before. Y'all remember when Babyface did his verses against Teddy Riley? And Babyface was like, I'm not even going to play the music that y'all know. I'm going to play all the songs I wrote for other people. And when he started singing them songs, his hits that he wrote for other people, it was a whole different conversation. You was like, oh shit. People thought he was gonna come out there and he was gonna do some soon as I get home from work, or this is for the cool in you. He did End of the Road, and y'all was like, fuck. He did Tony Braxton, and y'all was like, damn, that's him too. When he started singing the songs that he wrote for other people, he was like, I don't even need to sing my catalog. I'm going to sing the catalog that I wrote for other people. And we were sitting there like, fuck. Like, I forgot that was Babyface. I forgot that was Child. Most geniuses are not nice people. Well, yeah. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to get off of here. We'll be back at 9:15-ish for the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm about to get me some dinner. I haven't eaten since breakfast. And this is the third time I've been live today. So don't say that Really B ain't work for y'all today, because Really B working for y'all today. Okay. But I have some other stuff I need to take care of. Like I said, the Thanksgiving baskets. I want to make sure I get all of that stuff out today. Thank you to all for the donations. I appreciate y'all so much. I love you, and love you so much. And I will see y'all in a couple of hours. Mwah. Peace.